everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a nail polish painting tutorial. So not too long ago I had my nails painted super cute with like polka dots on it, and I had so many requests to do a tutorial on it. So I will warn you guys ahead of time, I am not a nail polish painting, I'm not a perfectionist in it. I'm not the best at it. I am pretty good because I do paint my nails quite often, but I still have, I still mess up. I don't stay in the lines very well. So anyways, I got so many requests, I figured, hey, why not go ahead and film a tutorial. I will show you guys how I did the polka dots and how I painted it and all of that fun stuff. Okay, so here's all the tools that I use to do my nails. I know it is a lot. These are for nail prep, and then these are for nail painting. So I'll talk about nail prep first. So the tools I use is a nail oil. This one is an all-natural organic nail oil. I've talked about this before in a couple of my videos. It's by the brand Pura d'Or, so I'll link it down below if you want to check it out. And then here's all of the tools for my nails that I use. It's basically what they use in the nail salons. I've just kind of acquired them over the years. So I've actually already pretty much prepped my nails, but what I'll do is I'll first take off any polish that I have on. So I'll use a nail polish remover. This is my favorite nail polish remover. It's by Ulta. It's Ulta brand. So I usually take off any polish that I have, and then I will go in with the nail oil. So to soften up my nails, my cuticles, I'll go in with the nail oil and just put a couple of drops on every nail, just like that. And then I'll rub it in. So after the oil is kind of all rubbed in, kind of sunken in, if there's any residual, I just rub it into my hands. It is an argan oil, so it's safe for your hands and other parts of your body too. So after that, I will go in with either this little thing here. So this is a cuticle pusher or a tip pusher. I don't know exactly what it's called. I don't really use this side. I use only this side right here. So I'll go in and I'll push back my cuticles with this right here. Right now I really don't have a whole lot to push back because I just did this a couple of weeks ago. If you're not careful, you can hurt your nails and damage your nails if you're too aggressive with this. So just make sure that you're careful. And then I will go in with this right here. So I think this is called a cuticle cutter. I'm not too sure. This one's by the brand OPI. And if I can find any of these products, I'll link them down below so that you can purchase them yourself. So I'll go in and cut off any excess hangnails that I have. And then if the cuticle is enough to where it like builds up, I'll cut that off too. So you can see I really don't have a whole lot right now. Just a little bit. Oh, there's a little bit right there. So I'll go in and I'll cut off any excess skin. If there's anything under my nails, so occasionally I'll get like dirt and grime under my nails, that's when I use the little nail file that's on the tip of nail clippers. So most nail clippers have this little thing that flips out. I use this and I'll go under and I'll scrape underneath the nail to get whatever it is that is in there out, but I don't typically have to do that. You can also, if you have really unruly cuticles, you can use this pointy side to like scrape your cuticles up, but I try to avoid that too because it's kind of damaging. Then I will cut my nails. So right now I've already cut my nails down, so usually I try to keep them all the same length. If I really need to cut them, I will use the nail clippers, but typically I just file them down. So I'll use the nail file and I'll just file them down to the length that I want and make sure that they're all even, that there isn't any hangnails or anything like that. So just a typical nail file. Okay, so now we're done with nail prep, and because your nails have the nail oil on it, you want to get that oil off. It helps the nail polish stick better. So I will go back in with nail polish remover even though there's no polish, and I'll just get a napkin or a cotton pad or something and just go over the nails one more time. This makes sure they're nice and clean and oil free so the polish sticks better. Okay, next I go in with a nail cleaner. This basically is nail polish remover. I think it's just kind of alcohol in a bottle, but I have it. You probably skip this step if you don't have something like this, but this one is by the brand Formula X, and it's just the step 1 nail cleanser. So this is nice because it has a brush on it, so it makes it really easy to apply. You can be messy with this because it's not nail polish, so it's not going to, like, you know, stick like nail polish does. It basically just cleans your nail just like the nail polish remover does to get all the oils and dirt out. Now it's time for base coat. So this one is also by the brand Formula X. I really like this base coat. I think it works really well. So I go in, and this one you do have to be careful with because now you're using nail polish. So you have to be very careful that you try to stay inside the lines with this one. Okay, so I'll usually give it about a minute or two for the base coat to dry. Base coats typically dry pretty quickly, so you don't have to wait too long. Next, it's time for nail color. So these are the 3 polishes I'm going to be using today to color my nails. The pink one is Essie's Boom Boom Room. This is the one I'll be using for my all over nail color. And then these 2 here, so this is the Julie G nail polish color. I don't know what color it is. There's no color on it. H4C is what it says on the bottom. It's basically like a mint green with like a sheen to it. Oops, out of the frame. So I'll be using this one, and then this is China Glaze White on White. So I'll be using these for my polka dots. So make sure you shake your polish up really, really well. Boom Boom Room is kind of an older polish, so it's a little bit on the thicker side, so I really, really have to shake it. Then I'm gonna go in and just paint my nails. So I don't really have much of a rhyme or reason to how I paint my nails. I just make sure I do upward strokes. I start in the middle of my nail and then I work my way to either side. I find that that works best. So like I'll start in the middle and then I'll just kind of fill in the sides. If you start on the sides, it can run, and that's when you start to color outside of the lines and it gets into like the edges or creases of your nail. So that's how when you have to be careful, but just get a little bit on your brush. I usually brush off the excess on the side of the bottle so that there's only polish on one side of the brush, and start in the middle and then just work my way to the outer part of my nail. Now if you get outside of the lines, so like you can see right here, I colored outside of the lines. This is my trick for that. So you can definitely use Q-tips if you would like. So the Q-tips I like to use are by the brand Q-tips. And these are the precision tip Q-tips. They have like a pointy tip on them. So they're a little bit more precise than your typical, whoops, just dropped it on the floor, than your typical Q-tips. So you can see it has like a slight pointy tip to it. So I discovered what they use at the nail salons, which I have one right here. So this is a nail brush. You can also use an old makeup brush. It'll do the same thing. So basically it's a flat, super thin brush. So I take my nail polish remover and I will just pour a little bit in the cap like that. And then I dip the nail polish or the brush in the nail polish remover, and I just kind of erase that excess. Between coats, the longer the better, but I'd say at least 2 to 3 minutes. Any quicker than that and you risk getting bubbles in your polish, and that's never an appealing look. So it's been about 3 minutes. Now I'm gonna go in for a second coat. Okay, so once your second coat has dried, another 2 minutes, 2-3-ish minutes or so, you're gonna move on to your polka dots, or I'm gonna move on to my polka dots. So these right here are dotting tools. I got these off of Amazon months ago. They were so cheap. I think it was like $3 for all 5 of these. Basically, you can see they kind of look like a pen or a pencil, a mechanical pencil, and they have little tiny dots on the end. So they have various sizes. There's big ones, there's small ones, there's flat topped ones, there's round ones, and they all leave different sized dots on your nails. So it just depends on what size polka dots you want. Okay, so this is fun but tricky. So I'm gonna start with the white one. Lily, stop snoring, honey, it's very loud. Okay, so basically what I do is I put a giant blob on my hand. And this probably isn't the most efficient way to do it, but it's how I do it. So I'll just put a giant blob on the back of my hand, and then I will go to the dotting tool that I want to use, and I just kind of go like this. And then once there's enough on the dotting tool, I will go ahead and start my polka dots. So have some fun with this. You can do big polka dots, you can do various sizes, you can do designs, you can do patterns. I usually just like to put my polka dots kind of wherever on my nail. I think it's more fun when they're just kind of sporadic and no rhyme or reason, but it's totally up to you. This is your creative time. Okay, so that is what it looks like once I finished the dots. So you can see they're nice and kind of evenly spaced apart. Make sure you put dots on the tip of your nail too. I know sometimes I forget to do that and then the pattern just kind of looks off. So that is what it looks like. So I'm gonna give this time to dry. This probably takes the longest to dry because some dots are really thick, and the thicker the dot, the longer it takes to dry, and you wanna make sure it's thoroughly dry before you go in with a top coat, because if you put a top coat over wet dots, it just smears them and they look like a hot mess. So I'm probably gonna wait about 10 minutes and then I'll come back and put the top coat on. Okay, so once everything is dry, you're gonna go in with the top coat. So this has been my favorite top coat for the past like 3 or 4 months since I bought it, basically. So this is the China Glaze No Chip Top Coat. This stuff is amazing. It makes your polish last for like at least a week without chipping. I'm not kidding you. So this does require, well, it says it requires 2 coats. You probably could get away with 1, but I go in with 2 coats. So the first coat, you know, you go in, you let it dry for 2 minutes or whatever. But this stuff is kind of on the thin side, so you do have to be careful not to get it all over your nails. This is just like regular polish. It's sticky. If you get it on your skin, it's crusty. So just make sure you're careful with it, but make sure your dots are totally dry before you go in with this. Alright guys, so there is the finished nail look. I think this is so cute. I'm getting like a circus vibe. Not circus, I don't know. I think it's so cute. Pink and mint green are my favorite colors, so I think it's adorable. But that is the end of this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!